Welcome into Zions Bank Stadium, the home of the Real Monarchs, the RSL Academy, but today it is the host of the 5A Soccer semifinals as the Wasatch Wasps get ready to take on the East Leopards. And we are underway here at Zions Bank between the number 1 in the RPI and the number 4. It is the designated home side of the East Leopards going in their blue to the left of your screen here in the first half. And it is the Wasatch Wasps in their visiting white and gray. Here in the first half, they'll be going to the right of your screen. Ball in and straight back out of bounds. As that ball will now go to the East Leopards. Ball here in play with Wasatch. Comes down to the Leopards. Ball played out wide. And Wasatch back in possession. That ball poked through. Davis trying to get on the end of it. Instead, it'll go out of bounds and out. Ball here in the corner and poked away by the Wasps. It'll go out of bounds and out. East possession here off the throw-in. That ball we played in by Nkeffer. Out of bounds once more. A corner kick coming up now here for the East Leopards. Corner kick and a set-piece opportunity for East to try to take the lead here early at Zions Bank Stadium. The ball whipped in, goes straight into the mix, headed back post, flicked back into the box, and lands at Whistler. Whistler goes out wide. Ball in centrally towards Preciado. Now back out wide to Whistler, who crosses it into the box and cleared away only momentarily by the Wasps. East back in possession. Preciado gets it back out to Nkeffer. Now all the way back to Mendoza. Mendoza tries to play one in towards the top of the 18. East retained possession. Ball out wide to Nkeffer. And that one will go out of bounds and out. For the throw-in here for the Wasatch Wasps. 37-38 left to go here in the first half as that ball again will go out of bounds and out. Or excuse me, it'll be a free kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps and an opportunity to clear their lines. A lot of sustained pressure from the East Leopards here in the early goings. Now Wasatch booting it upfield, clearing their lines, and now have a chance to retain some possession. Lands at Simpson. Simpson will go back to Kirkham. Kirkham goes out wide. It's played centrally towards Simpson. Simpson spins, gets it back out wide, and here come the Wasps on the attack. Simpson, nice give and go play here for the Wasps. Into the box, crossed in and cleared away by the Leopards as that ball will go out of bounds and out for the throw-in over on the far sideline. Ball comes down now for Wasatch. Nice defensive play there for the Leopards to win it back. Ball back centrally as Preciado will retain possession. Tries to get it upfield, instead cut out. And Wasatch back in possession. This one goes out to the near sideline as Kevin Hall here in possession. Hall plays it to Davis. Liam Davis looking for options. He'll go back to his goalkeeper in Josh Williams. Williams plays it across to Kirkham as Wasatch here in possession. For the East Leopards, they are the number 1 in the RPI, led by head coach Javier Viana. His third season in charge of East High, 17-2 overall in the season, 10-2 in Region 6, tied for first place at the top of the region. Here's East on the attack. That ball played into Beltran, and Beltran with an opportunity, but it goes out of bounds, and now a goal kick coming up here for Josh William and the Wasps to clear their lines. 47 goals scored on the season for the Leopards, 21 goals against. Start off the season 5-0 in non-region play, including a 1-0 win over the Lehigh Pioneers to start off their season. In region play, they beat Alta twice, once 2-0. Also got a 4-1 PK win over the Alta Hawks. But their 2 losses on the season, one coming to the Olympus Titans, 2-1, the final score in that one, and then a 5-0 loss to the Skyline Eagles, of course, their largest loss of the season. A first-round bye awarded to the Leopards for their #1 overall seed. Took down number 16 Roy 2-1 in the second round. A shot from distance here that goes out of bounds and out. And got a quarterfinal win against number 9 Northridge. That game ended up going all the way to the penalty kicks, 5-4, to decide the winner in that one. This is an East High Leopards team that last season was eliminated by Roy 3-1 in the 5A quarterfinals. Roy ended up making it all the way to the state championship game, and they are one-time state champions, their only championship coming back in 2006. For the Wasatch Wasps, led by head coach Lance Cosper in his second year in charge at Wasatch, 17-2 overall in the season, 11-1 in Region 7 play, sitting at the top of Region 7, ended up first place in their region, number 4 in the RPI heading into the postseason. 70 goals scored on the season, 18 goals against. One of their losses coming to the Lone Peak Knights, 4-2, the final score in that one for their first loss since April 11th of 2023 for the defending 5A state champions. Their other loss coming to American Fork 3-2 in overtime in region play. Also beat American Fork 2-1 in overtime. Beat Salem Hills 5-1, beat Salem Hills 2-1, and coming to this one with an 8-game winning streak. Ball into the box. Cosper tried to bring it down, cleared away, and one back by the Wasps. As Bodie Helis tried to poke that one through. Ball out wide. Now back into Helis. Helis plays it back to Downey. Downey centrally to Remond. Now one back by the Leopards. Leopards here on the quick counterattack. And here comes East. Heavy touch there by Manny Enriquez. Still goes into the box, takes the shot, and safely into the hands of Josh Williams. Great counterattacking opportunity here for East. Nicely covered by Josh Williams. Wasatch got the win against number 13 West, 2-0 in the second round of the playoffs. A quarterfinal win against number 5 Granger, a game that ended up going to overtime, 2-1, where Wasatch was able to book their ticket here to the semifinal game. Of course, they are to the defending 5A champions, looking for state championship number 6. 2011, 2013, 2021, 2023, and the back-to-back in 2024. Wasatch trying to find their opportunity at a three-peat, but first they have to get through a very good East High Leopards team. Ball floated in over the top, into the box, and safely into the hands of Tafoya. 32 minutes left to go here in the first half, still tied up at 0-0. A couple of good opportunities for both sides. East having the most dangerous of the opportunities so far in the early goings of this semifinal matchup. Ball played out wide, and one back by Kevin Hall. Hall will go back to Kirkham. Kirkham supports himself with Williams. Williams plays it back centrally towards Kirkham. Kirkham boots one in over the top. Cosper giving chase. Jaden Cosper brings it down, but the flag is up, and the whistle and a foul is called. Jaden Cosper called for the foul, and it'll be East ball as they'll get possession back. Opportunity here to boot this one away. Ball booted up by Charlie Spencer. Giving chase is Kirkham, who boots it away. Flick through by Davis, lands at Simpson. Simpson will go back. And that ball played up wide in the direction of Ace Downey. Instead, it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the East High Leopards over on that far sideline. East trying to keep possession here. Spencer comes across and makes the defensive challenge. Preciado goes out wide. Here's Unkefer. Now up the sideline, giving chase here is Mendoza. Mendoza keeps that one from going out of bounds, and an opportunity here to cross it in. Mendoza crosses it in. Hall is there with a defensive deflection. It goes out of bounds and out, and a corner kick coming up for the East Leopards, and an opportunity to whip one into the box. Set piece coming up here for the East Leopards. Everybody lined up at the back post. Ball whipped in by Mendoza, goes near post, flicked through, and cleared away by Wasatch. Mendoza tracks it down, keeps it from going out of bounds. The cross comes in again. Hall is there with the defensive challenge. Still East in possession. He'll go all the way back to Cooley. And Cooley can't keep that one from going out. Wasatch trying to quickly get back onto the attack. Davis will throw it in. Comes out to Kevin Hall. Hall plays it centrally to Remond. Remond looking for a big switch over the top. Downey keeps possession. Or excuse me, that was Helis who plays it back to Downey. Downey tried to play one through. Instead, cleared away only momentarily. Ball taking some deflections and bounces here towards the middle of the park. And now East trying to bring in some possession. Can't. It goes out of bounds. And another throw in, this time for Wasatch over on that far sideline. Ball kept here by the Wasps. Centrally to Remond. This is Cosper. Goes out wide to Kevin Hall. Hall plays it up the sideline. This is Davis. Davis trying to get around Cooley. Davis here in possession. Goes back to Kevin Hall. Hall plays it across to Remond. Ball floated in, looking for Cosper. Cleared away by the Leopards and poked through by Preciado. Simpson bringing it down. Goes out wide to Helis. Helis plays it out wide for the Wasps. Opportunity here for Wasatch. Nicely done and one back by Abe Whistler, who clears it away. Wasatch retain possession. Here's the Wasps with Downey. Downey goes back to Kirkham. Kirkham goes out wide. This is Simpson. All the way back to center back in Kirkham. Kirkham out wide to Kevin Hall. Hall trying to get around Mendoza. Still Kevin Hall. Plays it centrally to Remond. Kirkham plays it across. Ball floated in over the top into the box. Davis brings it down. Supports himself with Hall. Hall can whip it in. Does. Goes back post. Cosper is there. Takes a bounce. And lands at Helis. Bodie Helis. Back into the box, it's Helis. Plays it centrally, but nobody there. Cleared away by the Leopards. And now East trying to hit on a quick counter. One back quickly by Simpson. Cole Simpson now back with possession here for the Wasatch Wasps. Cole Simpson plays it to Helis. Helis can't bring it in. And it goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the East High Leopards. Well, in the early goings of this one, it was East with sustained pressure on Wasatch's goal. Now Wasatch doing a good job in possession, creating their opportunities. As we still remain deadlocked here almost halfway through the first half. Cole Simpson. Simpson plays it to Helis. Helis trying to get around his defender. Nicely defended by East. And now East trying to hit on the other way. Looking for Whistler up the sideline. Instead, it'll go all the way back to Josh Williams. Kirkham will play it across. Ball comes back to Jace Kirkham as Wasatch here in possession across their own back line. Out wide now here to the near sideline for Hall. Hall up to Davis. Davis plays back centrally to Remond. Heavy touch, gets it back out to Davis. Davis giving chase. Up the sideline, Liam Davis trying to get around Cooley. Cooley comes across defensively and wins it back for East. Loses his footing. And the flag and the whistle and the foul. As Liam Davis, it's a piece of Cooley there. Joe Cooley earning the free kick. Cooley will boot this one away. That ball goes out of bounds and out as Remond comes off of Remond, and it goes out for the East throw here on the near sideline. Kai Unkeffer here will throw it in. Takes a bounce over Enriquez and cleared away by Wasatch. Another throw-in coming up here for the East Leopards. Ball brought down by Hamatsi. One back by Wasatch. Takes a deflection. Wasatch still here trying to go the other way. And cleared away by Spencer. Header by Hall. Williams off his line and collects. Good defensive read there by Josh Williams as this ball comes back to Kirkham. Kirkham boots one in over the top. Spencer there with a defensive challenge. Charlie Spencer, the junior, doing a great job defensively so far here for East. Remond goes out wide. Poked away by Leo Unkeffer. Now ball back in play here with Wasatch off the throw-in. Kirkham in the center circle. Goes out wide to the near sideline for Hall. Hall plays it up to Ace Downey. Now back to Hall. Hall cuts in centrally. Nicely defended by Mendoza. Still Hall in possession. Up the sideline. Gets it to Davis. And one back by Cooley. Quickly one back by Wasatch. Now here's Davis. Davis cuts inside. Poked away by Cooley. Ball played into Simpson. Simpson tries to poke one through to Bodie Heelis. Cleared away by Whistler. Cleared away by Charlie Spencer. Williams off his line. Takes a touch and clears it away. Could have been dangerous there, but Josh Williams, the senior goalkeeper, doing a good job off his line to clear it away. A throw-in coming up here for the East Leopards. Prior to substitutions for East, as
now in for East.
Mujic checking in.
Aiden Mujic replacing Angel Mendoza.
Over Enriquez. Enriquez keeps it in, poked away by Wasatch. Now here's Mujic with his first touch. Mujic defensive now. Has Wasatch win it back, poked away. It goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. 22-22 left to go here in the first half. Still tied up at 0-0 between the Wasatch Wasps and the East Leopards. Williams will boot this one away. Simpson flicks it through. Ball goes out wide. Heelis try to get it back out wide, and then one back by East. Ball will go all the way back to Tafoya, the goalkeeper. Tafoya boots this one up towards the near sideline. Mujic, heavy touch, headed by Hall. Now Remond gets it up to Davis. Davis couldn't keep that one from going out of bounds. A throw-in coming up here for the for the East Leopards. Ball comes into Enriquez. Enriquez cuts inside. Enriquez gets past one. Enriquez takes a shot from distance and safely into the hands of Josh Williams. Williams here will throw this one away. Simpson now in the middle of the park. Simpson looked to float one in over the top. The offside flag is raised, and the ball will be going the other way. Offside here against the Wasatch Wasps. Ball back to the East Leopards. Free kick coming up for East as Charlie Spencer will come across and boot this one away for the Leopards. Ball floated in over the top. Mujic is there. Enriquez was there, and it will just flow through, out of bounds and out for the Wasatch throw. Ball out, back out now with the Wasps as Cole Simpson will look to play it to the near sideline for Hall. Kevin Hall, centrally to Remen, takes a heavy touch, gets it back to Hall. Hall back to Remen. Remen up the sideline, plays essentially to Simpson. Simpson, Remen, almost loses possession. Nicely pressured by Navarez. As that ball goes out of bounds. Mujic plays it into Enriquez. Enriquez brings it down, trying to get past Kirkham. Kirkham clears it away. Ball stays in bounds here with Hall. Hall up the sideline to Simpson. Cole Simpson back to Hall. Hall boots this one over the top as it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for East. Prior to substitutions coming up here for the Eastside Leopards as Kai Ortiz looking to check in, as well as Kai Unkefer.
In for the Leopards, number 28, Kai Ortiz. Number 21, Kai Unkefer.
Coming off will be number 20, Abe Whistler. For the Eastside Leopards, Mujic gets it in. Mujic looks to play one in behind. Cleared away by Wasatch as Ryland Hicken cleared it away. Ball here with the Leopards off the throw. Kamatsi up the sideline, takes it to the corner flag. Supports himself with Unkefer. Ball in now for Enriquez, who loses possession. Cleared away by Kirkham. And Charlie Spencer trying to retain possession. He'll leave it for Leo Unkefer. Now Charlie Spencer plays it over the top. Spencer boots one in as Mujic running off. Mujic can't keep that one from going out of bounds. It'll go Wasatch throw here on the near sideline. Throwing for the Wasps. As Hall will throw it in. Simpson cleared away by Remond. Ball goes out of bounds once more, covered by Joe Cooley. Throw-in coming up here for the Eastside Leopards. Unkefer throws it in. Mujic brings it down. Back to Unkefer. Ball lands at Enriquez. Enriquez with an opportunity. Manny Enriquez takes the shot. It goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Ryland Hicken plays it up. Enriquez cuts it out. Here comes an opportunity for East. Humatsi into the box, takes the shot, defended by Hicken as it goes out of bounds, and now a corner kick coming up for East, and a big opportunity for the Leopards to try to take a lead off the defensive mistake. Corner kick coming up, set piece opportunity here for the Leopards. It'll be Luis Nevarez heading over to the far sideline to throw it in. Ball whipped in, goes near post, cleared away by Wasatch. As the Wasps now trying to go down the other way, Cosper brings the ball down, is fouled, and a free kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Try to take it quickly, but we'll bring it back. Kirkham plays it across to Hicken. One back by East. Here comes Manny Enriquez. Enriquez plays it out wide. The ball whipped in by Kai Ortiz. Whips it in, trying to find that top corner. Not too far off there from the substitute, Kai Ortiz, the freshman. Dangerous shot, dangerous opportunity, but it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Substitution again. Angel Mendoza back in for East. And now Wasatch will play it out of the back. try to be booted away by Cole Simpson. Takes a deflection, now back to Hicken. Here's Simpson. Gets past one, gets past two. Cole Simpson with time and space. Goes out wide to Kevin Hall. Hall up the sideline to Davis. Davis cuts back, looking for support. Gets it back to Hall. Hall back to Davis. Can't connect as it goes out of bounds and out. Another throw-in coming up here for the East High Leopards. Ball taken in quickly. It goes out of bounds once more. Now ball in with Remond. Remond will play it out wide to Stauffer. Up the sideline to Downey. Downey will go back to Hicken. Hicken plays it across to Williams. Williams at the top of his box. Leaves it for Kirkham. Kirkham plays it to Hall. Hall in centrally. One back by Enriquez. Mendoza now here with an opportunity. Angel Mendoza trying to get past his defender. Cleared away by Wasatch. Davis brings it in. Davis gets it to Hall. Hall boots it up. And Joe Cooley wins it back for East. This is Enriquez. Enriquez to Mendoza. Mendoza in centrally to Preciado. Preciado plays it out wide to Unkefer. Unkefer. Navarez there comes across and commits the foul. Just a late trying to get the 50-50 ball there. And then free kick here for Wasatch. Opportunity to boot this one away and clear their lines. Over the top, Cosper was there. Spencer gets it back to Tafoya, who boots it away. Cosper giving chase. Now Wasatch losing out possession. This is East with Ortiz. Quickly won back by Stauffer. Now Stauffer going the other way. The ball goes out wide to Helis. Helis gets past one. Helis takes it up the sideline, crosses it in. And no one's there but Preciado to boot it away. Nicely done by East defensively, as Bodie Helis looked to be creating a dangerous opportunity. Substitution here for East High as number 18, Jet Ramondo, checking in. Off comes number 12, Luis Nevares. Ball into Simpson. Simpson plays it to Downey. Downey goes out wide. Here to Jukes, who just checked in. Jukes loses possession. East back, and now Jukes gets called for the handball. A free kick.
The Leopards, number 18, Jet Ramondo.
Free kick here for the East High Leopards. Ball goes back to Cooley. One back and given away. Ramondo played it out wide to Ortiz. Ortiz up to Unkefer. Leo Unkefer cuts inside, looks for support, plays it to Preciado. Preciado back to Cooley. Cooley trying to get to Mendoza, cut out by Jukes. And it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the East High Leopards here on the near sideline. Mendoza brings it down. Or excuse me, that's Enriquez who brings it down. Cut out by Remond as it goes out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for East on the near sideline. 11:33 left to go. Still all tied up at 0-0 between the Wasatch Wasps and the East High Leopards. See if either one of these teams are able to find the breakthrough prior to the end of the first half, or if we will head into the half all knotted up. Davis tries to head that one up. Amati tries to bring it in for East. Instead, Davis winning it back here for Wasatch. It goes out of bounds and out for the East High throw. Ball in with the Leopards. Mendoza hitting it from distance. And Josh Williams will bring it in. Williams throws it away. Leo Unkefer winning it back. Here's Preciado, who plays it back to Joe Cooley. Cooley up to Mendoza. Mendoza out wide to Unkefer. And Jasper Jukes winning it back. Gives it away. Preciado. Cut out by the Wasatch Wasps. Bodie Helis came across with a defensive challenge. Can't keep it from going out of bounds. A throw in here for East on the near sideline. Ball in with Mendoza. Mendoza will take it from distance. Can't put it on frame. It goes past the post. Out of bounds and out for another goal kick. Ball in centrally for Ace Downey. Heavy touch. Humati tries to win it back. Downey does a phenomenal job. Keeps possession. Plays it across to Kirkham. Kirkham brings it up with time and space. Goes out wide to Jasper Jukes. Jukes will go back to Kirkham. Kirkham again with time and space. Boots it up over the top. Cosper battling out with Charlie Spencer. Spencer goes down, the whistle, and a foul call. This one will go against Jaden Cosper. And a free kick taken quickly by Charlie Spencer. Ball back in play here with East. Joe Cooley brings it up. Cooley up the sideline to Unkefer. And Kai Unkefer can't keep that one from going out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in coming up here for the East Leopards. Into Mendoza. Mendoza looking for options. Gets past Davis. Mendoza across is Remen with the challenge. Here's Cosper. Cosper playing it centrally. Takes a deflection. Lands at Simpson. Simpson tries to get it back out wide. Does. With Kirkham. Or excuse me. Now here's Simpson. Simpson will play one in over the top. Cosper giving chase. Cooley is there. And Cooley boots it away for East. Simpson brings it in. Ball goes out wide and cleared away by the East Side Leopards. A throw-in for Wasatch over on that far sideline with 8:26 left to go. Comes off of Ramondo, out of balance and out. A throw-in here again as Downey up the sideline. Or excuse me, Helis up the sideline, goes down. And no whistle. Wasatch wanted the free kick. Instead, it'll be a goal kick for the East High Leopards. Substitutions coming up for East as Jorge Beltran getting ready to check back in. Beltran, one of the players to watch for the East High Leopards. 21 goals on the season, 4 assists. Manny Enriquez, 5 goals, 5 assists. And number 9, Humatsi with 4 goals and 8 assists. Those are the players to watch for the East High Leopards. Safoya here will boot this one away. Safoya over the top. Unkefer tries to head it away. Instead, it takes a deflection off of Remond. It goes out of bounds and out. Another throw-in coming up here for the East High Leopards on the near sideline. As Unkefer will get that into Enriquez. Enriquez trying to steal that one back. Booted away by the Wasatch Wasps. Helis brings it in. Helis turns. Helis gets past. Trying to play it to Cosper. Heavy touch and booted away by Jet Ramondo. Ball comes down. Brought down by the Wasps, but the whistle and a foul called. A free kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Time winding down here in the first half. Still tied up. Free kick taken short and quick. Wasatch in possession. Remond to Simpson. Cole Simpson looking for options. Gets it back to Remond. Remond looking for options. Floats one in over the top. Simpson giving chase. Spencer will cover it defensively as it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Charlie Spencer here will boot this one away for East. Headed away by Hickman. Now ball back with Rylan Hicken, the whistle, and we'll have a free kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Remond will boot this one away for Wasatch. He'll keep it short to Simpson. Simpson back to Remond, now out wide to Helis. Helis back to Remond. Up the sideline to Simpson. Plays it out to Stuffer. The flag is raised and the offside. Free kick coming up here for East. And an opportunity to clear it away. As we reach the final 5 minutes in game one of the 5A semifinals here at Zions Bank, Wasatch and East going head-to-head, the number 1 and the number 4 in the RPI. After the conclusion of this one, don't go anywhere because we'll have game 2 of the 5A semifinals coming your way here on KSLSports.com as the Alta Hawks get ready to take on the Bountiful Red Hawks. The winner of that one will, of course, face the winner of this one at America First Field on Thursday for an opportunity to fight for the 5A crown. Ball back in play. Booted away by the Wasps. Throw-in coming up here for the East Leopards over on that far sideline in the attacking third. Opportunity for East with the time ticking away. Leo Unkefer will throw it in over on that far sideline. He'll look to play it deep. Enriquez brings it in just outside of the 18. Back out wide to Unkefer. Unkefer crosses it in, goes near post, and cleared away by the Wasatch Wasps. Joe Cooley in possession here for East. Plays it out wide to Kai Unkefer. Now over the top to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to bring it in to find Jorge Beltran. Instead cleared away by Wasatch. Davis does a good job to bring it down. Downey clears it away. Simpson will bring it down. Simpson turns, spins, over the top. Helis giving chase, in behind the defense. Charlie Spencer comes across, takes him down inside the box, and a penalty in the dying moments of the first half. Bodie Helis goes down. Spencer comes across with a defensive effort. And a penalty coming up here for the Wasps. With 3:27 left to go in the first half, Wasatch with a big opportunity to take a lead. Bodie Helis takes the ball, and he'll take the penalty. It's Helis versus Tafoya from 12 yards out. Helis, who scored the penalty last year in the semifinals to send Wasatch through. Now Helis again will step up, takes the shot, and puts it into the back of the net. Bottom corner, and the Wasatch Wasps take a lead. Bodie Helis concedes the penalty, and Bodie Helis puts it away. The number 4 in the RPI, they lead it 1-0 with 3:27 left to go in the first. Great ball from Wasatch over the top. Helis using his speed to run in behind. Taken down by Charlie Spencer inside the box, and Helis puts it away, 1-0. Wasatch lead. How will the East High Leopards respond?
Now in the game for Wasatch, number 21, Decker Runyon.
Couple of substitutions here for both sides
Jorge Beltran.
as we get ready to start the final minutes here of this first half. Ball played in over the top by the Leopards.
The Wasatch goal was scored by
Jukes
number
will
6,
boot it away.
Bodie Helis.
Ball comes down to Unkefer. Jukes is there. Jukes clears it away as that ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Throw in here for Jukes. Comes out to Simpson. Ball booted away by Remond. Spencer will play one in. Cleared away by Wasatch. Helis giving chase. The goal scorer brings it in, goes down. Humani now in possession for East. Up the sideline. Cuts it back, looking for support. Plays it centrally, looking for Mujic. And instead comes out and booted away by Wasatch. Downey will clear it away. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw in over for the East High Leopards on that far sideline. With 2 minutes left to play. Humani brings it in. Hicken clears it away for Wasatch. Kai Unkefer, or excuse me, yes, that's Unkefer who brings it in. And Hicken once again there, trying to clear it away, does for Wasatch. Ace Downey loses possession. Wasatch back in possession here. That ball played to Simpson, tries to poke it through. Kai Unkefer there. Remond goes out wide as that ball will go out of bounds, and now East High throw-in over on that far sideline. Ball back with the Wasatch Wasps. Ball put it over the top. Giving chase here is Raven. Now Mendoza, one back by momentarily by Simpson. Here's Jasper Jukes, plays it centrally to Remond. Remond goes out wide. It's Stauffer who brings it in. Up the sideline, here's Stauffer, defended by Mujic. Cuts inside, looking for support, crosses it in. Simpson is there, flicks it through with the header, and Tafoya covering at his near post. Jasper Jukes now giving chase. He'll let this one roll out of bounds. And a throw in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Now they'll give it to East. Mendoza over the top. Raimondo back over the top. Tries to find it in through to Angel Mendoza. Ball will go out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for Wasatch. And what will be the final moments of this
10, 9, 8.
Semifinal matchup.
6, 5.
Ball put it away by Cole Simpson, or excuse me, by Josh Williams.
1.
And that'll do it here for the end of the first half. It was a late penalty to the Wasatch Wasps.
That completes the first 40 minutes.
That gives the defending 5A state champion a 1-0 lead as we head into the halftime break. Wasatch lead it 1-0 in game one of the 5A state semifinals. Bodie Heelis puts it away. And that's where we stand as we head to the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick step aside. But when we return, second half action here in Game 1, 5A semifinals between the Wasatch Wasps and the East High Leopards here on the Rewind Sports Network. And I want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network here on KSLSports.com. Alex Napoli is here with you at Zions Bank Stadium as we get ready to start second half action between the number one in the RPI, the Wasatch Wasps, or excuse me, the number one in the RPI, the East High Leopards, and the number 4 Wasatch Wasps, where Wasatch leads at 1-0 thanks to a penalty kick from Bodie Heelis. As we get ready to start second half action, it is the Wasatch Wasps in their gray. They'll be going to the left of your screen here in the second half. It is the East High Leopards in their navy blue, and they'll be going to the right of your screen. We're underway, second half action here at Zions Bank. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the second half here. Both these sides locked in, trying to find their opportunity to get back to a state championship game. The Wasatch Wasps going for history, trying to make it 3 in a row with a three-peat. The East High Leopards looking for their first state championship since 2006. Cosper with the shot, and Cosper puts it into the back of the net. What a start to the second half for the Wasatch Wasps. Cleans up the defensive mistake and volleys it into the back of the net. Jaden Cosper. Goal number 29 on the season for number 8. Quick start for Wasatch. Wasatch here in the second half. Cosper now holds the single season goal scoring record for Wasatch with goal number 29 on the season. History made for Jaden Cosper. Ball back in play. Took less than 30 seconds for Wasatch to double their lead. Two 2-0 Wasatch lead at East here with possession over on that far sideline. Ball played in off the throw-in, cleared away. Takes a deflection. Kirkham will cover it defensively as he'll let that one roll out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. The defending 5A state champions now hold a 2-goal lead. Stauffer here on the near sideline boots this one over the top. Bresciato trying to bring it in. Goes to Downey. Downey goes out wide. Tries to play it back centrally here. Liam Davis, and one back by East. Davis with the interception. Cleared away by Charlie Spencer. Headed away. Cosper brings it down, looking to play it over the top to Helis, and safely into the hands of Tafoya. Tafoya will play it out out wide to Leo Unkefer. That ball goes out of bounds and out. Unkefer to throw it in. Ball back in. And a throw-in for the Wasatch Wasp coming up. Looks like that ball rolled out of bounds there. Ball comes in now to Downey. Headed away. Cole Simpson plays it out wide. Into the box. Here's Simpson. Top of the 18, takes the shot, deflected, and safely into the hands of Tafoya, who will boot this one away. Whistle, a foul called, and a free kick. Charlie Spencer will take the free kick here for East and will boot it away. Spencer boots one in over the top. Headed away by Kirkham. Ball comes now to Angel Mendoza. Mendoza trying to get on the end of it. Cleared away by Wasatch. Here's Cole Simpson in possession. Simpson plays one in over the top to Bodie Helis giving chase. Helis takes a touch up the sideline. Bodie Helis cuts inside, and nicely defended by Charlie Spencer, as that ball will go out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up here for Wasatch.
The Wasatch goal was scored by Jaden Cosper.
Corner kick coming up here for Wasatch. Ace Downey on the near sideline will play it in. Ball whipped in, goes near post, headed, flicked through, and cleared away at the near post by East. That was Unkefer there with the header. Comes back out to Downey, crosses it into the box, and now lands at Enriquez, who goes down. The whistle and a foul will call. Free kick coming up here, and a card will be coming out to Remond. Stoppage in play as Remond will see a yellow card. Charlie Spencer here will boot this one away for East. Down by 2. Plays it short to Nevarez. Nevarez goes out to Unkefer. Now here's Spencer. Joe Cooley boots it up, looking for Mendoza, cut out by Jasper Jukes. As Jukes goes down, the whistle and a free kick coming up here. 24-28 left to go in the second half. Wasatch up by 2. Free kick coming up for the Wasps. Opportunity to clear this one away as Kirkham looking for options. He'll boot it away. Flick through by Cosper. Helis giving chase. Spencer covering defensively. Goes out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up here for the East Leopards. Tafoya will boot this one away. He'll keep it short to Charlie Spencer. Spencer clears it up. Takes a deflection. Wasatch with the shots! And it goes over the bar and out. Jaden Cosper lurking there at the top of the box, trying to capitalize off the defensive mistake. Instead, it goes out of bounds, out for the goal kick, and an opportunity here for East to boot this one up. Tafoya will kick it away. One back by Downey, only momentarily. East back in possession. Humati. Kirkham comes across defensively. Enriquez tries to get past Kirkham, but Kirkham does a good job defensively and covers that one as that ball goes out of bounds. Enriquez there not happy with Kirkham, and Enriquez will see yellow. Oh, Kirkham was the one who got the yellow card. Jace Kirkham for Wasatch goes into the book. Second yellow card caution here of the game, and it goes again to Wasatch as Jace Kirkham. I thought Enriquez was the one who was going to see yellow, but Kirkham will go to the bench. Throw-in coming up here for East. Over on the far sideline.
In for Wasatch, number 25, Kevin Hall.
Kevin Hall back into the game after the yellow card to Kirkham. Still trying to get things sorted out here by the center official. Now having a chat with Angel Mendoza as we get ready to resume action. No, still conversations being had. This time he's talking to Manny Enriquez. And gives him a warning. Says no more. Clean game from here on out from you. Now we get ready to resume action. Unkefer will throw it in. And one back by East inside the box. Angel Mendoza with a chance, takes the shot, and it goes just wide of the post. Oh, Angel Mendoza getting the shot off in between 3 defenders. And it just goes wide. Still plenty of time here at Zions Bank for East to try to pull one back and get back into this one. Very close opportunity there. Instead, cleared away by Josh Williams off the goal kick. Spencer there clears it away. Tracked down by Cosper. Jace Kirkham back into the game after seeing yellow. Here's Cosper, who plays it centrally to Simpson. And a whistle as Luis Nevarez will get whistled for the foul. Yellow card caution here issued to Preciado, as a third yellow card will come out.
In for East, number 18, Jet Ramondo.
We'll have another stoppage in play here as we get ready for the free kick. Ace Downey will play it in for Wasatch. Ball floated into the box, and Tafoya is there, picks it up. And an opportunity for East here to boot this one away. Cleared away by East. Here's Enriquez trying to get past Hicken. Nicely defended by Riley Hicken. Williams will boot this one away. And he'll get a piece of Williams, but no whistle there. We play on. Ball in to Nevarez. Cooley plays it out wide to Unkefer. Unkefer up the sideline, giving chase here. Zumati, who can't keep that one from going out of bounds. A throw in here for Wasatch over on that far sideline with 31:20 left to go. This game, a lot of stoppages here so far in this second half after Wasatch goes up 2-0. Ball goes out of bounds once more, and another throw-in coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. Ball back in play. Headed away by East. Cleared away by East. Rodriguez lets it bounce, Enriquez lets it bounce, and here's Manny Enriquez. Enriquez now trying to get past the final defender. Cleared away by Wasatch, lands at Mendoza. Now giving chase here is Stauffer and Mendoza. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw in here. Mendoza plays it in quickly to Enriquez. Enriquez into the box, takes the shot, deflected by his own teammate. And Jasper Jukes lets it bounce, cleared away by Jukes. Unkefer brings it down. Humani takes a shot from distance and safely into the hands. Josh Williams here will boot this one away. Ramondo with a header. Comes out to Bodie Heelis, cuts inside. Heelis plays it centrally to Davis. Davis goes to Simpson. Simpson now out wide to Downey. Downey cuts inside. Downey gets past one. Downey here in possession. Downey out wide. Up the sideline to Jukes. Jasper Jukes. And nicely cut out by Unkefer as that ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Wasatch. Angel Mendoza comes across, tries to win that one back. Downey does a good job to keep possession. Now back to Simpson. Simpson will support himself with Rylan Hicken. Hicken takes a touch. Hicken with time and space. Hicken tries to go back out wide. Unkefer is there, clears it away. Enriquez gets past and takes it up towards the sideline. Enriquez cuts back inside, has options. Enriquez pokes it through to Mendoza. Mendoza now in towards the box, tries to play it back to Hamadi, and huge defensive play by the Wasatch Wasps. It looked like East there had an opportunity to get inside the box and try to pull one back, but instead cleared away by the Wasps. Ball goes out of bounds over on that far sideline. East to throw it in. Humani tries to poke one through. Out of bounds once more. Wasatch throw over on the far sideline. Prior to substitution as Preciado gets ready to check back in. Off comes number 12, Luis Nevarez for the East High Leopards. Throwing over on that far sideline. Again, East throwing. Mendoza tries to bring it in.
Now on the pitch for Wasatch, number 25.
Ball booted away. Out of bounds and out once more. This time a throw in.
Number 22.
For East.
Alejandro Rosario.
Cleared away by Wasatch. Cosper with a header. Tries to get it to Davis. Does. Liam Davis with time and space. Davis floats one in over the top, giving chase. And can't keep it in as it goes out of bounds and out. Looks like that was Decker Arunian who couldn't keep that one from going out of bounds. Substitutions coming up for the Wasatch Wasps as Cole Simpson heads to the bench for a breather. On is Remond back into the game. Remond there with a header, flicks it through, lands to Davis. Davis plays it across to Downey. Downey with time and space, brings it up for Wasatch, gets it back in centrally to Davis. Davis towards the sideline as Stauffer giving chase. Can't get on the end of it. It goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in for East. Whistler plays it in to Enriquez. Enriquez back out wide to Whistler. to the corner flag is Whistler. The cross comes in, and it goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up for Wasatch. Two 2-0 the score here at Zions Bank Stadium, thanks to a penalty from Bodie Heelis late in the first half. And here comes an opportunity. Mendoza into the box, takes the shot, and puts it in! Angel Mendoza pulls one back for the Leopards. Life given to the home side. Student section back on their feet. They've pulled one back. Angel Mendoza. .26-13 left to go here in the second half, and we've got a game.
Goal was scored by number 8, Angel Mendoza.
Wasatch lead has been cut in half thanks to Angel Mendoza. Heroics here in the second half as East now with an opportunity and within striking distance. We'll have a stoppage in play prior to the free kick as Tafoya down inside his box, the goalkeeper for East. A substitution here in goal will be made as Tafoya heading to the near sideline now, taking his glove off. And Adi Helek getting ready to come on for East. Tafoya off with an injury. Helek into the game for East. And this could be big. Adi Helek didn't even really get a chance to warm up, and now he's having to be thrusted into this game. Down a goal and a change between the sticks. Helek manning the box now for the East High Leopards. Wasatch free kick coming up. We resume action here in game one of the 5A semifinals. Helek into the game. Wasatch on the attack. Cosper tries to bring it down, cleared away. Joe Cooley now bringing it up for East. Gets it to Whistler. One back by Wasatch, takes a bounce. Heelis brings it in. Heelis now into the box. Heelis cuts back, and Leo Unkefer comes across defensively. Unkefer goes down the whistle, and a foul called. Free kick coming up here for the East High Leopards. Charlie Spencer will boot this one away. 25 minutes left to go here in game one. 5A semifinals. Wasatch up 2-1. Ace Downey up the sideline, covered by Joe Cooley. It goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for East over on the far sideline. Ball back in play. Wasatch winning it back with Simpson. Preciado winning it back for East. Goes to ground the whistle and a foul called. A free kick here for the East High Leopards. Ball played short to Cooley. Cooley goes out wide to Unkefer. Up the sideline. Mendoza, the goal scorer, can't keep it from going out of bounds. Hey, throw in here for East. Unkefer to throw it in. Ball into the goal scorer. Mendoza taking it from distance. Can't put it on frame. It goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick, 23-48. Williams will boot this one away off the goal kick. Coming across is Kevin Hall, gets a foot on it. It goes out of bounds and out. Another throw-in coming up for East High over on the far sideline. And Hall will boot it away. Want to take this time quickly to remind you that after the game, don't go anywhere because we have more action coming up here on KSLSports.com. Game 2 of the 5A semifinals coming up next. The Alta Hawks and the Bountiful Red Hawks taking on each other for a spot in the 5A championship game. The winner of that game will, of course, face the winner of this one, as Wasatch currently lead 2-1. The defending 5A champs had a 2-goal lead, cut down to 1, and now here's Wasatch on the attack. Ball inside to Davis. Davis gets past one, can't get past a third, and cleared away by East. Up to Stauffer. Stauffer plays it back to Helis, one of the goal scorers for the Wasps. Goes back to to Remen, who takes it from distance. And Remen can't put it on frame. It goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. A crucial time here for Wasatch with Adi Hellick checking into the game. A switch at goalkeeper. See if they can take the next couple of minutes to try to test a goalkeeper that was subbed in, but first they have to defend. Here's an opportunity. Enriquez to Mendoza, takes the shot and puts it over the bar. Angel Mendoza all by himself inside the box. Couldn't put it on frame. Trying to find his second of the afternoon. And this game remains 2-1. Ball booted away by Williams. Wasatch defending for their lives right now. East trying to retain possession. Simpson brings it down. Simpson loses the ball. Preciado coming across. Wasatch trying to win it back. It goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for East here on the near sideline. Ball played in quickly to Enriquez. Manny Enriquez loses the ball. It goes out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. An opportunity for Wasatch to clear their lines. It has been sustained pressure from East since going and pulling one back. Kai Ortiz getting ready to check in for the Leopards. Here is Rylan Hicken, who plays it up to Downey. Downey with time and space up that sideline, gets it out to Davis. Davis trying to play it back centrally to Cosper. Davis winning it back, leaves it for Downey. Downey trying to get past one, can't. Nicely defended there by Unkefer, and now cleared away. Ball will go back to Williams. Out of bounds and out, a substitution here for East. There is Kai Ortiz back into the game. And he'll sub out, or sub in for Whistler. Substitution for Wasatch as well as Jasper Jukes. Gets ready to check back in. Off comes Wyatt Stauffer.
Number 3, Jasper Jukes.
Preciado into Mendoza, cleared away. Liam Davis plays it back to Hall. Hall try to get it back over the top. Davis giving chase. Coming across is Cooley, who will shield it away as that ball goes out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for East on that far sideline. See that Wasatch student section on their feet there. Nice traveling from the designated visiting side, coming all the way from Heber City. Ball booted away and cleared away. A throw-in coming up for the East High Leopards in the attacking third. Waiting for numbers to get up. Unkefer brings it down, crosses it in. Cleared away by Simpson. Ramondo tracks it down, heads it back into towards the mix. One back by Wasatch. As Ramondo goes to ground. Ball floated in over the top. Jukes will clear it away. Mendoza, the goal scorer. Simpson now boots it up. One back by East. Enriquez takes a touch. Enriquez brings it down, and Manny Enriquez goes up the sideline. Enriquez defended by Cosper. How about Jaden Cosper getting back defensively for the Wasatch Wasps? The goal scorer for Wasatch. Now back in play here with Leo Unkefer. Mendoza into the box. Mendoza with an opportunity poked away by Rylan Hicken, and a corner kick coming up here for the East Leopards. East again with possession, with sustained pressure, trying to find the equalizer. 17:55 left to go. Ball whipped in by Mendoza, goes back post, nobody there, as that ball will just roll through out of bounds and out for the Wasatch throw. Substitution prior to, as Cole Simpson heading over to the far sideline, checking into the game. Let's see if we can get a number on that. Davis slots in centrally. As that ball comes into Cosper. Cosper plays it to Davis. Davis lets it roll through to Jasper Jukes. Jukes up the sideline. Gets it to Helis. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Takes a deflection off of an East High Leopard. Throw in coming up here for Wasatch. Jasper Jukes to throw it in. Gets it to Helis. Helis goes down. Charlie Spencer will clear it away. Gets it up to the goal scorer in Mendoza. Mendoza over the top to Manny Enriquez. Coming across is Kirkham, who boots this one up and away. Quickly one back by the Leopards. Preciado brings it down, plays it to Charlie Spencer. Spencer centrally to Ramondo. Ramondo to Preciado. Preciado leaves it for Mendoza. Mendoza up the sideline to Kai Ortiz. Back now to Ortiz. Kai Ortiz up the sideline. Cuts it back. Looking for support. Preciado whips it into the box. Nobody there but Wasatch defenders, and clears it away. Rylan Hicken will boot it up for the Wasatch Wasps. East quickly back in possession. Kevin Hall covering defensively. Now Kirkham comes across and clears it away for Wasatch. Ramondo trying to bring it in, and Cosper wins it back. Here's Wasatch with Downey, tries to get it out to Cosper. Instead, it goes out of bounds and out. A throw in for East over on that far sideline. Humani trying to turn. Instead, again, out of bounds. East with another throw. As Unkefer to throw it in. Wasatch will boot it away. Hicken heads it away, brought down by Ortiz, who loses possession. It goes out of bounds and out for another East throw-in. Leos Unkefer plays it into Enriquez. Enriquez gets past one, can't get past another. Cleared away momentarily by the Wasps. Ball headed back into the mix, and now cleared away by the Wasatch Wasps. Cosper tries to flick it through. One back by Leo Unkefer, who has to go all the way back to Adi Hellick, who boots this up and away. Lands at Helis. Helis goes down. The whistle and a foul called. Preciado sitting on a yellow card, commits the foul, and that will be all. Ball goes out to Downey, giving chase. Downey brings it down up the sideline to Hall. Hall crosses it in. Spencer has to clear it away. A corner kick coming up here for the Wasatch Wasps. And the first time Wasatch is really into the attacking third in the last 10 or so minutes of this second half. They'll have a chance here off the corner kick. Trying to get a goal that will put them back with a 2-goal cushion. 14:10 left to go. Ball whipped in by the Wasps, goes into the mix. Hicken is there, brings it down. Helis with the shot, and it goes out of bounds and out. Nice attempt by Bodie Heelis off the volley. Just got a little bit too much under it and can't put it on frame. East now in possession with 13:40 left to go. Kai Ortiz will play it back to Unkefer. Unkefer boots it over the top. Hamadi brings it in. Remond flicks it through for the Wasatch Wasps. Davis brings it down. Downey tracking it down against Raimondo. Jet Raimondo goes to ground. And we have a whistle and a foul called. Both players will have to come in. And says, no more from the official. Free kick as this one will go against Jet Raimondo. Ball booted in over the top. Kai Ortiz, Preciado. Kirkham is there. Kirkham doesn't get the cleanest of touches, but clears it away. Preciado winning it back for East. Cooley loses possession. This is Downey who plays it out wide. Tracked down by Wasatch. Here's Davis. Ball played into Remond. Takes a deflection and a dangerous pass back. Cleared away by Hellick. Cleared away now by East. Giving chase here is Hicken. Hicken will go back to Williams. Miscommunication, a bad pass back. Ortiz trying to get it through. And instead it'll go out of bounds. And now the chance that East High was looking for this entire second half to try to tie it up. And Kai Ortiz can't connect with Enriquez. Both Enriquez and Williams down after the play. Will have a stoppage here with 11:58 left to go. Could have been real dangerous there. Hicken with a pass back to Williams that came in short. Enriquez was there to try to poach it away. An open net as Kai Ortiz tried to play it in, but it went wide, and the collision between Enriquez and Williams has both players down here inside the box. Trainer is in to look at Enriquez. Williams back on his feet. Enriquez here will slowly make his way to the near sideline. Substitution as Mujic checking back in for the East High Leopards. With 11:58 left to go here in the second half, the East High Leopards and the Wasatch Wasps going head-to-head. Wasatch up 2-1 thanks to goals from Bodie Heelis and Jaden Cosper. A goal from Angel Mendoza pulled one back for the East High Leopards. East so desperately looking for that equalizer. And now East here on the attack with Mendoza, the goal scorer. Mendoza gets it on his right. Ball filtered through, cleared away by the Wasatch Wasps. Remond gets a foot on it. Lands at Simpson, who plays it centrally to Downey. Downey back to Cole Simpson. Simpson goes out wide to Davis. Davis gets past Raimondo. Ball goes out wide. Leo Unkefer with a nice step up. Intercepts it for East. Now here's Preciado. Takes a deflection, one back by Wasatch. Simpson goes out wide to Heelis. Heelis with an opportunity. One of the goal scorers for the Wasps into the box. Bodie Heelis tries to play it centrally, comes off of Bodie Heelis, and it goes out of bounds and out. The goal kick here for the East High Leopards. Cooley plays it up, intercepted by Downey. Cleared away by East. Jasper Jukes. And winning it back for Wasatch. Up the sideline is Jukes. Plays it centrally to Simpson. Raimondo comes across, does a good job to pressure Simpson into giving it away. East in possession over on the far sideline with Hamadi. Hamadi gets past one. Hamadi up the sideline to Mujic. Mujic cuts back. Looking for an opportunity to cross it in. Now trying to find some support. Gets it back to Raimondo. Ramondo with a heavy touch. One back momentarily by Wasatch. Now here's Preciado. Preciado plays it to Ortiz. Ortiz centrally to Mendoza. Here's Preciado. And nicely done and cut out by Remen for the Wasatch Wasps. Ball over the top, looking for Mujic. Awkward deflection there off of Hall, cleared away by Kirkham. Downey gets it out to Davis. Liam Davis cuts inside. And that ball will go out of bounds and out for the Wasatch throw. Substitutions coming up here for the East Leopards. Abe Whistler back into the game. Number 11, Manny Enriquez back into the game as well. Kai Ortiz heading to the bench for a breather. And Mujic out as well. Substitution for the Wasatch Wasps as well. Cole Simpson heads back to the bench. Decker Runyon into the game for Wasatch, as well as Wyatt Stauffer, who's also back in.
For the Wasps, number 14, Wyatt Stauffer.
This is Enriquez. Davis, or excuse me, that's Downey, who plays it over the top to Runyon. Runyon brings it down. Runyon inside. Runyon centrally. Runyon taking the shot from distance, and it'll go safely into the hands of Adi Helik, who will boot this one away. Humadi brings it in. Humadi over the top. Humadi giving chase. Nicely defended by Kirkham. Williams off his line and collects. Josh Williams off his line, collects, reads it well, and comes up a hero for the Wasatch Wasps. 8:18 left to go here in the second half. Time running out for the East Leopards, the defending 5A champions, 1 foot in to the 5A state championship game once more. And a whistle and a foul called, and some extracurriculars here after the play. A free kick coming up for East, and a yellow card caution has been issued to Jaden Cosper. Cosper, the goal scorer, the leading goal scorer for the Wasatch Wasps, will have to head to the bench for a breather after the yellow card issued. Jet Ramondo will also see yellow here. Jet Ramondo will make his way over to the near sideline as Luis Navarez will check back into the game.
Number 12, Luis Navarez.
Free kick coming up here for East, an opportunity to boot this one away. As Charlie Spencer plays it to Leo Unkefer. Goes out wide to Whistler. Whistler up the sideline, nicely defended by Stauffer. Stauffer will boot this one away. Giving chase is Helis. Helis using his speed to get to that ball. Up the sideline, cuts inside. Into the box, Helis now looking for support. Gets it to Stauffer. Stauffer plays it to Downey. Downey. Back to Davis. Davis to Remen. Cut out and one back by the East High Leopards. Whistler up the sideline to Enriquez. Enriquez uses a nice little bit of skill to get past the Wasatch player. And that ball booted away. And one back by Wasatch. Here's Stauffer. Decker Runyon, who's whistled. And this one will go against East. Whistler called for the foul. Rylan Hicken will boot this one up and away in the direction of Downey, who can't get on the end of that one. It goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in for East over on the far sideline. Humadi trying to bring it down. And it goes out of bounds. Throw in here for the Wasatch Wasps over on the far sideline. 6:30 is all that's left here in the semifinal of 5A boys soccer. Wasatch up 2-1. And momentarily have a foot in to the state championship game. Ball brought down by Helis gets past one. Helis into the box. Helis cuts back. Gets it to his teammates and now takes a deflection. Ball comes back out and cleared away by the East High Leopards. Blake Raven tries to settle it back, and instead it goes out of bounds and out as that ball was trying to play it over the top. 5:45 left to go. Substitution as Jorge Beltran checking back in for East High. Off comes
In for East.
Navarez. Jorge Beltran looking to make himself the hero here for the East High Leopards. Still plenty of time for an equalizer. Can they do it? Can the Wasatch Wasps hold on? 5:19. Ball up the sideline. Humadi tries to get it to Cooley. Now Cooley will throw it in. Cooley gets it to Hamadi. Hamadi. And cleared away by Stauffer. That ball will go all the way back to Audie Hellick. Hellick will bring it in. Hellick has to get it away quick. Hellick looking for options. Ball over the top. Spencer is there. Heads it away. And that ball will go all the way back to Audie Hellick, who is able to get it out, but dangerously plays it away. Joe Cooley pressured to the corner flag. Cooley trying to escape, does. Joe Cooley brings it up. Joe Cooley up the sideline. Jorge Beltran. Now ball back with the Wasatch Wasps. Here's Raven. Blake Raven plays it through to Bodie Helis. And that ball will go out of bounds and out with 4 minutes left to go here in the second half. Hellick plays it short to Spencer. Spencer brings it up for the East High Leopards. Plays it to Unkefer. Unkefer over the top. Cleared away by Wasatch. Davis lets it bounce. Unkefer can't get a header on it. Lands at Bodie Helis. Helis goes down. Nothing there. Spencer trying to clear it away and does. Nicely defended by the East High Leopards as Preciado with time and space. Preciado gets it to Whistler. Whistler to Enriquez. Enriquez trying to get past his Stauffer. Enriquez now centrally. Stauffer pokes it away. Wasatch back in possession. 3:20 left. Ball goes out wide to Raven. Raven to Helis. Helis who's in an offside position. And we'll have a stoppage in play as Bodie Helis kicked the ball away. Bodie Helis will see yellow card. Jaden Cosper running back into the game. Bodie Helis shown the yellow card for the Wasatch Wasps. Free kick here for the East High Leopards with 3:11 left to go. Big opportunity here for East to play one in and try to find their equalizer. Leo Unkefer with the header near the top of the 18. Cleared away by Wasatch. 2:57 left to go. Joe Cooley will float one in over the top. Enriquez trying to track it down. Stauffer defending. Enriquez with a heavy touch. Keeps it in. Stauffer. And the whistle and a foul called. A free kick coming up here for the East High Leopards in a really dangerous spot. Preciado. Will take the free kick. One on the wall for the Wasatch Wasps. Everybody lined up at the back post. 2:15 left to go. Preciado will whip it into the box. Goes back post. Cleared away by Wasatch. Tracking it down is Joe Cooley. Cooley with the heavy touch, stolen away, and here's Cosper. Jaden Cosper can put this one away. Cosper gets bit to Runyon. Runyon puts it into the back of the net. And the Wasatch Wasps score the goal to give themselves the 2-goal lead. And Wasatch are heading back to the 5A state championship game, looking for their opportunity at a three-peat. Jaden Cosper with the assist to Decker Runyon. With 1:54 left to go, Wasatch up 3-1. The dagger from the Wasps. Substitutions for Wasatch prior to Cosper, Kirkham, and others heading to the bench for the final 1:54 in this one. We resume action. East has 150 to find 2 goals.
Pass came from Jaden Cosper.
Whistler up the sideline. Gets past Stauffer. Mujic plays it to Unkefer. Cuts it to his left. The shot from distance from Beltran. And a save by Josh Williams. Ball booted away. Runyon, the goal scorer, brings it down and intercepted by Preciado. Everybody for East up, trying to find 2 goals to put them back in this one. Downey. Davis will track it down for Wasatch. Davis goes down. And that ball booted up by Spencer. Cleared away by Kevin All. Goes out of bounds as we reach the final 45 seconds here at Zions Bank. Charlie Spencer throws it in. Comes down to Hamadi. Hamadi looking for options. Plays it across to Leo Unkefer. Ball booted over the top. Cleared away by Rylan Hicken. Runyon. Davis brings it in. 22 seconds left. Stolen away. Takes a deflection. Hamadi tracks it down. Hamadi plays it to Angel Mendoza. Takes a deflection. Kai Unkefer. Preciado, the countdown, plays it in, and that will do it. You cannot write off the Wasatch Wasps, the number 4 seed in the RPI, the defending 5A state champions are heading back to America First Field for the opportunity to defend their crown. Wasatch taking down the East High Leopards. The final score, 3-1. Bodie Heelis with a penalty put them up 1-0. Jaden Cosper scored the second, and Runyon scored the goal to clinch their win. 3-1 the final, and Wasatch are the first team qualified for the 5A state championship game.
Thursday, May 22nd at 4 p.m. at America First Field in Sandy.
Heartbreak here on the near sideline for the East High Leopards. The number 1 in the RPI goes down to the defending champions. What a season it has been, though, for the East High Leopards. Not favored to win their region, but ultimately they co-win it with the Alta Hawks, one of the better teams here in the state of Utah and in the qualification of 5A. Last year knocked out in the quarterfinals. This year make it a step further, but can't make it past the semifinals as they'll wrap up their season at 17-3 overall, while the Wasatch Wasps head to the state championship game. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, brought to you by Tab Bank. I'm Alex Napolis. Big shout out to Doug on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Hey, don't go anywhere. Stay here, KSLSports.com, because we have more 5A action coming up next as the Alta Hawks get ready to take on the Bountiful Red Hawks to see who will take on the Wasatch Wasps on Thursday for the 5A state championship.